this is a sleeper.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, so as you can hear, your boy is still sick, but not sick enough to talk about this sick player. That was god awful. All right, so we're talking about Hugo Besson, and I hope that I'm saying that right. But he is a French player, and I have to say he is very, very good. He's very reminiscent of some of the current players that we've seen in the NBA, and he is perfect for the current landscape of the NBA. So first and foremost, I know you're wondering, where is he going to land? I've seen quite a few projections of him, and I've seen anywhere between late first round. At one point I saw mid first round. Right now they got him somewhere in the second round. But honestly, wherever you get him, as long as it's not like the lottery or slightly outside the lottery, I think that he's going to be a low-key steal, because I really like what he brings to his game. Now, I will say this, and you're going to understand a little bit better the more we go on, but do not let the Warriors grab him. The Warriors do not need him. If the Warriors get him, this won't be fun for the NBA. So let's go ahead and move on and talk about some of his stats, and then we're going to move into who he is as a player and what I overall think about him. So here are his stats. As you can see, this is the France Betclic Elite U21. I really don't know how to say that. But as you can see here, he averaged 19.1 points, 5.7 rebounds, 4.1 assists, went 16 for 10. That was his team. And he played about, I was about to say 30, but 29 minutes, a respectful 29 minutes, 48% field goal percentage, and three-point percentage was not that great in that 2018-2019 season. But moving on, if we scroll down, this is where he kind of shined just a little bit. So this is with the France Pro B. And as you can see, 19.3 points, 4.4 rebounds, 2.8 assists. So very similar, but he's a little more efficient, because as you can see here, 48% field goal percentage, as per usual. But he had 36.6 3-point percentage. And this is him in the Australian NBL, which is much tougher. And as you can see, he averaged 13.9 points, 4 rebounds per game, 2.3 assists, and percentage wise was very meh. Okay, it was just very meh. Now, just looking at his teams, just to put in a little bit more context, as you can see, this is the first team that we talked about, and he was the second leading scorer on his team. And really, I mean, he's just tied with the first leading scorer. And then the other one, he was the leading scorer by far, leading scorer on his team. And then, as we can see here, second leading scorer on the Australian team. So look, that's where I'm getting at. He is a scorer. That's what he does. If you're wondering what type of player he is, well, I'll tell you, he is literally the epitome of what we're seeing in the modern day NBA. He's pretty flashy. He needs the ball in his hands quite a bit. Not bad off-ball scorer by any means, but he's really good with the ball in his hands. And he's very reminiscent of Trae Young, very reminiscent of Steph Curry, and he is very perfect for today's NBA. Now, he does have some flaws, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but overall, overwhelmingly, I would say that he fits in today's NBA. Now, the big thing that I wanted to talk about really quickly is what he put here. So he says, since I was 6 years old and my first steps on the basketball courts, I always dreamed of playing in the NBA. 15 years later, I decided to pursue my dream by registering for the 2022 NBA draft. So as you can see, he's been playing basketball a very, very long time. Now, when I was looking at him, I was wondering, is he a huge Steph Curry fan? He said that he's been, playing on the basketball court since he was 16, or not 16, I'm sorry, since he was 6. And I was just wondering, who was it that he looked up to? So I looked at, just kind of the MVPs around that time. And yeah, I guess he was around 12 or 13 when the NBA really kind of made a shift into the Steph Curry type of play. And I would say that, yeah, he was still pretty impressionable at that time. So he's perfect for modern day NBA, and he's going to fit right in just how the landscape is right now. But I will say this, because there is a big but here, okay, a big problem. And that problem and reason why I think that he is in the second round right now and why he's been moving all over the place is that he's a little unorthodox, which isn't bad, But oftentimes when he gets into the paint, and this is a good example of him passing to his teammates, but oftentimes he doesn't really know what to do with it. You can't really tell whether he's trying to draw the foul or he legitimately was trying to make the shot, because oftentimes it is just an ugly contested throw up in which it just bounce off the rim and the refs move on. And I see that quite a bit with him. And it's something he's definitely going to have to work on, whether he's going to have to increase his speed a little bit, increase his quickness a little bit, or maybe be a little bit more patient and a little more methodical when he gets in that paint, because oftentimes he's a one-trick pony. He has tunnel vision and he just throws that thing up, goes straight into the defender's chest and throws it up. And that is not going to work in the NBA. Guys will swat that all the way down to half court. Okay, so he's going to have to work on that. But overwhelmingly, what type of player he is one that fits really good in modern day NBA. So let's go ahead and look at his pros and cons. And as we can see here, 6'3", 196 pounds, France, as we talked about. And funny enough, they haven't projected late first to second round, so no one really knows where he's going to land. Pros, solid scorer off the dribble. Yes, I would say with the ball in his hands as well. Decent shooter. Can post up smaller players, handles the ball well. Yes, handles the ball very well. Good rebounder for his size, which that's something I didn't bring up, but yeah, because he's averaging what? Isn't it about about four rebounds per game? That's not bad at all, especially being 6'3". In any league, that's pretty good. So adequate defender. I would say he's just an okay defender. As they say, adequate is a good word. He's okay. He's not the best defender. That's why I didn't even bring it up. Solid athlete. Yeah, that's one thing I didn't mention, actually. He does have a little bit of sneaky athleticism, very similar to Derek White. First glance, you'll think that he's not that athletic, and then he'll pull out a really nice dunk where you're like, wow, this guy has some hops. So he does have some athleticism to him. He's not just a unathletic shooter. Cons, prone to hoisting up questionable shot. Yes. Can be careless on the offense, which can lead to turnovers. Can be too scoring focused on offense. Tends to over dribble. Hey man, sometimes that's the modern NBA. Can struggle to guard quicker players, and yeah, that probably goes down to that. Just being an adequate defender. So summary, Hugo Besson, hopefully I'm saying that right, is an agile, skilled playmaker that had previously entered the 2021 draft before later withdrawing to retain his draft eligibility. He played well in France's second division professional league during the 2021 season. His offensive skills combined with having fairly solid athletic gifts may make him an intriguing option for NBA teams. He is currently playing for New Zealand to play in the NBL, and he has been having a solid season. So I don't know when this was updated. Okay, it was updated not too long ago, but okay. But yeah, overall, look, any team that gets him, they're going to get a guy that is perfect and prone for today's NBA. He's not bad whatsoever. He has nice handles. He's flashy. He's going to be fun to watch. And he can take those threes. And that's a guy that you kind of want on your team, especially if you're going in that direction, if you're trending in that direction, or you need a guy that can score. But overall, I really do like him. I think that he can be anywhere between a just decent, sharp, or be a legitimate option or second option for a star. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how that pans out, but I really do like him. So let me know what you guys think. If you want to support the channel, only $2 a month, Patreon, YouTube members. Till next time, deuces.